Welcome to Tricky Mickey. Please sit back, relax, subscribe, share, and like. We're going to take a trip through Washington State of the major supernatural site. The first is the Palace Hotel of 1889. The Palace Hotel was made by Captain Henry Tibble. It was the site of a brothel, a house of ill repute. The ghost of a former prostitute dressed in blue is usually seen around room 3 and 4. Even the ghost of Captain Henry Tibbet haunts the first floor. Plus, the ghost of a homeless man allowed to stay in the basement haunts the last place he lived. A dark, shadowy rift following guests around the hotel. Many other supernatural events have occurred in this hotel. The woman in blue has been seen by many people. Sometimes transparent. You're able to see right through her. And in the basement, too many activities to be discounted. And the supernatural event following people around through dark shadows cannot be ignored. But now is the Rothschild House of Museum. The House of Rothschild, this summer cottage, belongs to a family that is one of the richest family in the entire world. They have houses all over the world. But this one in particular, one of the Rothschild committed suicide and is forever haunting this place. Now we have the old Tacoma City Hall, built in 1893. The City Hall has been experiencing for many, many years the ringing of bells. Apparitions have been seen in the upper floors. No one can account why the bells are ringing, why they see these ghostly apparitions walking through the hallways. These are the remains, the spirits of the criminals that were housed and died there. The Northern State Mental Hospital of 1912 is one of the worst places that can be imagined. It housed many of the mentally ill of Washington State. Many ghosts have been reported to have been seen in this house of insanity, wandering up and down the corridors, forever haunting, especially the sad apparition of a little girl playing with her ball, looking for her mommy, never to find peace and tranquility. She's been seen all over the grounds. No rest for her. But here in Kel's Irish Pub, many of the patrons and people who work at this place have seen many strange occurrences, like chairs moving around, other things levitating, even a man walking up to the bar and then disappearing as if he were going to order a drink. What about Martha's Washington School for Insane Girls? This was a place built in 1900 and closed in 1971. It serves as a place for delinquent girls. It was rumored that a janitor in the 1940s went insane and murdered some of the staff and girls at the school. In addition, sometimes later, 3 girls were murdered and thrown into a well. When the school was closed in 1971 due to financial reason, it's been left abandoned and derelict. But now the grounds are used by evil satanic forces for their dark rituals. Be careful where you go. Manresa Castle is another location for your entertainment. It was built in 1892. It has 32 rooms, rooms number 302, 304, and 306. But up in the attic, a monk hung himself, forever haunting that place. When you give up your life by suicide, you are not given rest. The rooms that are haunted are the site of many paranormal activity, too numerous to mention. This hotel keeps a journal of all the experiences the guests have had. But also a weeping woman is often seen. She committed suicide by jumping off the balcony because her lover did not come back from the war. Objects are also seen to be moving in that room. Carnation Cemetery in 1905. This is a place that was owned by the Freemason. Now it is closed. Many spirits haunt these grounds, unable to rest. Many people who have reported going in at nighttime has seen an old woman floating about in the trees as if she were hanging. Other demonic things that have happened are footsteps following anybody who trespasses at night. Even creatures have been noticed and photographed up in the trees, looking at people, waiting to jump upon them for all nefarious purposes. Be careful. Now we approach Starvation Heights. Linda Burfield Hazard, a self-proclaimed doctor, wrote a book, Fasting for a Cure of Diseases. People with incurable diseases would come to her for treatment, and she would give them one bowl of soup a day for 40 days. It was reported that a dozen to as many as 40 people died under her care. In 1913, a legal inquest succeeded in closing her clinic down on charges of embezzlement of funds of her victim. Locals of the area report paranormal activity where the clinic used to be. They refuse to go anywhere near that place. It is completely evil for anybody to take advantage, but she was a serial killer. Now she's burning in hell forever. Thornwood Castle, Lakewood, Washington. Thornwood Castle sits on 4 acres near American Lake. A castle 500 years old was brought from England. Anna Thorne was the wife of the owner of this castle. If you want to see her, you can see her reflected in a mirror, and you will observe her walking up and down corridors, forever haunting this place. Lights have been seen in rooms where no occupancy occurs. Apparitions have been seen on the grounds and even photographed. Phantom plasma mists have been seen on the grounds, primarily at nighttime. But what about the Seattle Underground? The Seattle Underground occurred back in 1889 when a horrible fire spread throughout the city, because the city at that time was made out of wood. And the conflagration destroyed 25 blocks. Many lives were lost. When the city father decided to rebuild the city, they built it on top of the old ruins, 2 and 3 stories high. Today, 90% of the underground is closed up, forever sealed and lost to time. But the parts that are available for tourists have reported many apparitions of people who died in the conflagration, the fire that consumed their lives. These people are haunting the underground, forever unable to pass on to the other side. Too many reports have been documented of these lost souls unable to find peace and tranquility. If you're ever in Washington State, go on these guided tours. This is Tricky Mickey. Thank you for listening and watching. Please share, subscribe, and like. Until next time, bye.